for joining me for another What I Eat in a Day as a vegan on Slimming World. If you're new here, my name's Leanne, haven't dried my hair yet. I'm a vegan losing weight on the Slimming World plan, and if you're coming back, as always, thanks always so much for doing so. Today is Tuesday, and it was the first frost last night. My bird bath is got a little coating on it, so yeah, that should melt off by later though, hopefully. Don't know, I'll go out and break it at lunch if it hasn't. Right, I'm just preparing myself a little bit of breakfast. I'm not really having like a set breakfast today, just a few things to kind of munch on through the morning and see how I get on with that. So essentially I'm just having some fruit and yogurt. That's obviously including the spoon in the weight there. But yeah, this is the Lidl blueberry yogurt, half a pot. The whole pot is 7 sins, so half a pot is 3.5, which is what is in that little bowl, except for this blob that I've managed to drop out of it, so mine's going to be slightly under 250 grams, but whatever. 3.5 sins, and I've also got some little bits of fruit to munch on. I have also got some strawberries and blueberries in the other fridge that I've not got out yet, so actually I might just go and grab those. Take two. Okay, I've added a load of blueberries to my Delta. Sorry, I was just overspending some time with her and I've walked away, so now she's moody at me. So yeah, I've just added a load of blueberries, I know, Dels, and a cup of strawberries to my fruit bowl. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of snack on all this. I've also got a cup of ginseng matcha green tea by Pukka, and yeah, let's see how I get on with this. Hey guys, it's lunchtime. It's just gone 12 o'clock. The only things I had to eat this morning was obviously the blueberries and yogurt, and I've literally had one strawberry out of that whole bowl of fruit. So I'm just going to keep it on my desk because I'll probably have some later. And I like to do it like that because then it feels like a portion. I'm not very good at eating fruit, so yeah. Anyway. Today is Tuesday, and that means that Mum comes over for dinner on a Tuesday. And so I tend to think about what I'm going to cook at lunchtime. And I've just chosen, and I'm going to get it started now and then finish it off later. This is essentially everything you need spread out everywhere. So basically, I'm following a recipe from the Healthy Vegan Bosch book. And I haven't used this book for a while, and there's a few things in here I noticed that I'd like to make soon, so we'll be coming back to this, do not fear. Anyway, what we're going to make is MJ's Hearty Hot Pot, which is basically like a sausage and bean stew, and it sounds really, really nice because they've added in tons of flavour. So you start off with roasting some peppers in some smoked paprika along with some veggie sausages. Now I've chosen Linda McCartney's red onion and rosemary sausages because they are sin-free on Slimming World, and I'm going to roast those now. That'll give me a head start. What I will say, because it is lunchtime right now, I'm actually going to also roast these beetroots that I've had in the fridge for a little while, maybe a week and a half, and I keep putting off roasting them because I don't want to just have the oven on just for that. So I thought I'll roast them at the same time. I don't know if I'm going to have them today or not, but I'll definitely have them this week. So I'm going to chuck them in with that, but it's not for this. And then you've got the stew part, which is pretty simple really. You've just got some onion and garlic that you saute off, and then you add in some fresh rosemary and thyme. I have fresh rosemary, I don't have fresh thyme, so I'm going to use some of my dried herb de Provence. And then you add in a tin of cannellini beans, obviously that you've drained. It does say to use some olive oil, only half a tablespoon, but I'm not going to bother, I'll just leave it out and keep it sin-free. And then you've got some chili flakes, some balsamic vinegar, some tomato puree. It asks for red wine, but again, I'm using red wine stock pot. Delta! I'm using a red wine stock pot. And I'll just make that up to the volume that they've said. And Then there's 2 tins of cherry tomatoes, which is one of my stock staples, so I've got those in. Again, I hadn't planned this recipe, it's just something I have everything in for. And then some vegetable stock, so I've got a vegetable stock cube, sorry about Delta, and then some Marmite, and then it does say for vegan Worcester sauce or Henderson's relish. I have neither, and usually I would use mushroom ketchup, but I don't have any of that either because I've also run out, so we're just going to leave that part out. And then it calls for 100 grams of kale. I also do not have any blinking greens, which is really annoying. So when Mum, are you done? Thank you. So when Mum's on her way down later, I'm going to ask her to pick up just a bag of spinach because you can't get whole kale in my town. So yes, I will get her to get some. Well, you can actually, you can get black kale in Tesco, but she doesn't walk by there. It's a very, very long way out of her way. So yes, she'll stop in Sainsbury's, which is near me, and get some spinach, hopefully, if I can persuade her, which I'm sure I can. So yes, that is what we'll do. So right now, as prep, I'm going to get my peppers and sausages cooking. As I said, I'm going to chuck my beetroot in with it. And to be honest, I'm probably going to try and start making up the base of the actual stew so that later on I can just sort of put it all together, simmer it for a little bit and be done with it. For my actual lunch today, I haven't really decided what I'm going to have. I may have that sweet corn chowder, but I don't know. I feel like I want to save that for tomorrow. It's a toughie. I'll decide in a minute. I just want to get this stuff going first. Right, so 50 minutes since I came on lunch and everything's done. I'm feeling most accomplished, it must be said. Let me show you. I've got the sausages and smoked paprika roasted peppers cooked to go in this stew later, which I've turned the heat off obviously, and I'm just leaving the lid on, and that will just sit and that will get heated up properly later. I brought it back to a boil and then turned the heat off, so that'll probably actually still be warm in a few hours when I get that going again. But yeah, basically all that happens is you chop the sausages up, stir them and the peppers into the stew, and then add the greens at the end. Like I said, I'll chuck in some spinach tonight, but I'll have it simmering tonight for like half an hour, maybe even an hour, to be honest, just to reduce a little bit and thicken up. Yum. Okay, lunchtime. So, excuse the dirty side, I haven't wiped it yet, but I decided I am going to have my corn chowder from yesterday, the other portion, because I'm really, really hungry and I haven't got time to make anything else right now, and it's already made, so happy days. So that's that one, that's sin-free. And then to go with it, I'm also having my Healthy Extra, oh dear, my Healthy Extra A and B choices. So I've got 4 Ryvita multi-grain crunchy rye breads. They actually come in little packs of 4 in the box, which is quite nice. And one of those little packs, or 4 of them, is your Healthy Extra B choice. So they're really, really nice because they're really seedy. And then I've topped those with 80 grams of cocoa vegan cheese for both of my Healthy Extra A choices for the day. And then on top of that, I've obviously put some cucumber with a generous sprinkle of salt and ground black pepper. So basically I'm really, really hungry because I haven't had a proper breakfast. Like, that isn't a proper breakfast for me. So yeah, I'm super hungry. So I'm really, really looking forward to my lunch. And that's that. So I'll catch up with you guys when I next have something after lunch. You guys know me, right? What do I always do? I'm going to give you a clue. Right now, it's 2:30. Just occurred to me that I didn't remember hearing the timer go off on the oven with the beetroot in it. The house smells like charcoal. I'm too afraid to open this on my own. I just did it a tiny bit. That is charcoal. I mean, on the upside, at least I put baking paper down. But yeah, this is, oh wow. Oh wow, they're so burnt that they're actually like light. Yeah, these are inedible. Well, fun times. Professional cook right here. my god. Ow, it's hot. Wow, that is... There's, you know when things are so burnt that they're just light? It literally is like charcoal. That is hilarious. What a waste of perfectly good beetroot. I'm so sad. I was going to have that for lunch tomorrow. Look. This is not how you cook beetroot, guys. You need to give it like half an hour or 40 minutes. Don't leave it in for 2 hours and then be surprised when it does this. It's just gone 4:10 and I forgot to tell you guys that I had a coffee in my Snowman mug. It was just a normal coffee, but for milk I used the Alpro dark chocolate almond milk. I used 100 mils for 2.5 cents. So that puts me on, including my advent calendar chocolate, which I'll have later, puts me on 7.5 so far today, and includes dinner, so happy days. Yeah, I'm trying to keep it low. This is deliberate, because I just feel, and I've said in the comments to a couple of people, I think, I just feel like I'm not being as good as I could be, if you see what I mean. Like, I've been having a lot of like high portions of pasta. I've been a bit unimaginative. I've been really like pushing right up to the sin boundaries every day. And you know, while that's all technically okay, I really wanted to get my 2 stone before Christmas. And because I gained last week because of all the emotional turmoil, I've set myself really far back. I had lost 1 stone 10.5 pounds, so I was only 3.5 pounds away, but last week I gained 3 pounds, so I'm now 6.5 pounds away. And there's only, what have we got, this week, next week, and then the week after will be Christmas Eve. So I really need to kind of get on it, because I'm absolutely sure that I will put on a few pounds over Christmas. We'll talk about this nearer the time, but I will tell you now that I will film my food over Christmas, but it's going to be off plan. So I'm going to try and do what I try and do every year, and that is have whatever I want at Christmas. I am not going to restrict myself in any way, and I will be off plan Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day, but the idea being that I stay on plan up until then and get back on it the day after Boxing Day. I'm under no illusions that it will be hard, but it will be impossible for me to be on plan over Christmas. So yes, and I don't see why I shouldn't have Christmas off. I always do. One year I only put on £0.5 pound. That was a really good one, so maybe that would be something to aim for. But the point is, I was really hoping to get to my 2 stone by Christmas. So I've got essentially 3 weeks to lose 6.5 pounds. Well, I don't. I've got 2 weeks and 2 days to lose 6.5 pounds. I feel like it's not going to happen, guys. But hey, it's good to have a goal, right? So me and Mum have just realised that we're eating insanely early, but it doesn't matter because it smelled so nice. We had it bubbling in the kitchen, obviously. So yeah, this is the hot pot, and we just had it with some brown rice. And yes, we both have portions the same size. So we're gonna go eat, and this is totally sin-free. I've just got salt and pepper on mine. So dinner was delicious. Before we ate, I had a coffee with 100 mils of Alpro Almond Baristas. That was 1 sin. And we're just having a little bit of dessert. So I've got a little chocolate pot. This is one of the Coconut Collaborative ones. This one is the salted caramel one, and it is 6.5 sins. And that puts me on 13, or when I have my advent calendar later, it'll be 14.5. Right then guys, last update of the day. It is just gone 10 o'clock. My hair's up because I've got really hot because I've just been cleaning for the last hour. Just had some spare time because I had everything done when Mum was here. So the kitchen was already like tidy and stuff, and sides wiped and all that. Evidence. So yeah, so I thought, well, let's just do some cleaning. Yeah, so I feel very productive and good about that. I have to stay up to do some work at 11, so that's another reason I was sort of filling in time a little bit. I didn't just want to sit and watch TV, which is honestly what I normally do on an evening. However, now I am going to sit down for an hour, watch a programme, I don't know what yet, and then go and do my bit of work and then go to bed. So I'm just having my chocolate treat for the evening, and this is what I'm having today. It is 3 Whittaker's salted caramel creams, they're 2 cents each, and 1 Montezuma's dark chocolate praline filled snowman. Very cute. Which is 4 cents, so that's 10, and that actually puts me on exactly 25 because I was wrong earlier. Oh, once I've had my advent calendar chocolate. I haven't even opened my advent calendar. Bear with me. I got a present. There you go. Now my chocolate bowl is looking pretty good. All right, that's all from me then, guys. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Oh, that hot pot from the Healthy Bosch was really, really nice. So it's called MJ's Hot Pot if you want to go check it out yourself. Like I said, I made mine sin free, but you can easily just add some sins in if you feel so inclined. It's a pretty adaptable recipe. I think maybe in future I would bulk it out with an extra tin of beans and then stretch it to like 3 portions. Their recipe says 4 portions, but me and Mum are like, nah. I always find that their recipes come up quite small in portions, and I mean, I know I like a big portion, but I feel like theirs are excessively small. Let me know what you guys think if you ever make any Bosch recipes. Anyway, right, I'll leave it there. Thanks so much for watching, as always. Love you all. Night night.